12. During the course of the broadcast, I am an eternal multitasker, and I've been tracking different things going on this morning, including my friend Stacy, who is a very, very active citizen volunteer. She had an experience today that I thought, all right, I've got to hear this story. So I've asked her to call in, and she has done so. Welcome back, Stacy.
Thanks for having me, Vince. I appreciate you inviting me on the show.
Well, on this day when we've got several very important runoff elections, you have an intriguing story to share. Do share.
So I was at the polling place near my house early this morning, and I happened to notice a piece of paper that was taped to the inside of the door inviting Democrats to come and vote in our primary. And I was trying to get a good picture of it because it was through dark glass, and it really frustrates me that not only are our primaries open, but we are clearly soliciting Democrats to vote in them. And a gentleman was walking by me, and he said, "What are you trying to get a picture of?" And I said, I'm trying to take a picture of this invitation to Democrats because it really upsets me that Democrats are allowed to vote in our primaries. And the look on his face, I could tell he wasn't happy about it. He must have gone in and voted and come back out, and he says to me, "Here's where I'm going to give you your civics lesson." And just that kind of a tone. And he said, "I work for the RNC. I've run 3 presidential campaigns. I'm deeply involved in politics. It's what I do for a living. And do you know that if we close our primaries, we are not going to be able to grow the party in South Carolina?" And I said, "Well, you know, I understand that, but so many people who are running as who are voting and crossing over, they want to choose the weakest candidate for the general election. And I'm sorry, but Lindsey Graham does not espouse my values." And he accused me of voter suppression. He said, "Oh, so you want to leave certain people out? You want to take their right to vote?" And I said, "No, sir, I'm not taking anybody's right to vote. This is a selection process, not an election. They're 2 distinctly different things." And then he began to tell me how we need all the people voting in this that we can possibly get, and that I was just out to suppress people's votes. And I said, "You know, you're in the RNC, and you want to give me all your bona fides in the party, but it's in your platform. And you're here preaching to me that we shouldn't follow what's in our own party platform. I don't really understand how that makes any sense." So he was not happy with me at all. And he said, "So what you're saying is that you want us to have less influence in the state?" And I said, "No, what I'm saying is that Spurrier should not be picking Dabo's starting lineup. That's what I'm saying." And, you know, I also went on to explain to him that this is a freedom of association issue protected by the First Amendment and ruled upon by the Supreme Court. And I don't think that he enjoyed speaking with me about this, and he probably just thought I was an uneducated voter who was just willy-nilly saying that, you know, I want our primaries to be closed. But that was not the case at all. And what ended up, it left me with this. You're the RNC. You want to brag about having been involved in 3 presidential elections, and so thank you for letting me know who I can blame for the state of affairs in the Republican Party, because we're not doing so good in terms of presidential elections and representation. Absolutely. I want somebody who's a Republican who's going to adhere to the values that make up the Republican Party, not somebody who says, no matter what, we can invite socialists, progressives, and liberals to participate and influence the outcome of our selection process. It was so insulting as a Republican, as a conservative, as somebody active in politics, to be dressed down and insulted that way by somebody who is supposed to be a leader among Republicans.
Goodness. Well, Stacy, I so appreciate you sharing this story because, again, it reminds us what we're up against. And the truth of the matter is the enemy is inside the tent. I mean, that's the truth of the matter here. The enemy is inside the tent. That.
Here I am, just a voter going to exercise my civic rights, and I'm insulted by a member of my own party.
Brilliant, just brilliant. Well, Stacy, keep up the good work. Thanks for calling and sharing that story. That is absolutely crazy. And I can't say it surprises me at all, because I know how these people think.